It's time for another match of the week from DFN number 25, and what a week it was. We finally had our new patch with all the new items, and it all came down to one match in my eyes, which of course was the North American money match between Hydra Nation and Melee Creeps. We hit the 8-minute mark and Hydra Nation have a 4K lead. With the lane phase going their way with more kills, they try to push the right lane Guardian for a flex slot.
Even the threat towards the mid lane. Ulti trying to turn things around. Paradox in deep. And you have ulti for Calvin here if you even need it.
Okay, did he get him in or did he get out again? Jake, he got out again. That is wild. And Quig ends up falling in the middle of the fight. The swap comes on in. That's twice that the Death Slam Shelter combo has just fell.
Melee Creeps forced to fight on the earned pickup since it would be a turn-in on their side of the map. If Hydra Nation forced to fight, they'd win, but Saya was able to grab the urn and run away. Hydra Nation then went on to play in true Hydra Nation style, getting in a fight in left side jungle while they split push down a walker.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous. And okay, Hydra Nation still gonna try and make something happen. Affliction gonna get dropped by Vegas in the back, hits on two. And John still wants to fight here. Affliction or no, goes for the last stand, dives back on out. Last stand though, gonna be gone. Saya already dead. Down one is Melee Creeps here. Meanwhile, another walker getting going down as Pasha Pop goes to the sky. Everyone just walking away here, Jake. Just walking away.
Ulti's coming up though for Quig and low main. These could be the powerful team fight ultis they need to potentially turn this game around. John so low. Here's the connection though. Coming in. Stun on the hydration. Just barely enough to get him over the line. Everyone's so low on Melee Creeps though. Fishcake's here to feast on them. So fed right now on this Viper.
Melee Creeps started to get desperate, throwing a Death Slam and Singularity to kill Hydration. And yet, he was too much of a beast, and Hydra Nation continued to grow their lead to almost 30k. The Hydras with the next urn decide to use that lead to their advantage.
That the lassos and the frozen shelters just have not been landing this game from Melee Creeps.
Yeah, a lot of misses on those. Yeah, you're exactly right. Big ulti here from 7, he's pretty low. Ooh. Getting tanked up a little bit, but I don't think you have the HP. Yeah, guys are just going toe-to-toe. The shelter trying to stabilize, it's not enough, and this game is looking to be over right now. Hydra Nation, huge lead.
With Rejuve picked up off the back of the last fight, Hydra Nation pushed the base of Melee Creeps directly into a wombo combo. But would that be enough for Melee Creeps to get back into the game?
Melee Creeps, they get John down first. Most farm on their team. The ultimate comes on into the Singularity. His Father gonna be there. They get two right off. The wombo combo of Melee Creeps does strike a little bit deeply in the Hydra Nation, and one of the heroes they took down was Fishcake. All that farm just dead to the black hole.
Yeah, the base defense looks good. Pashi defending, tanking through everything, but the damage a little bit too much. Affliction now. Let's see Vegas. Can he play his way out of this? Rescue beam pulled back. Still fighting. Still a big threat, I think. And yeah, it seems like Melee Creeps are going to be just taking their win and backing off. Getting the 2 kills, 2 for 2. Very strong winning trade here, but Hydra Nation don't want to let them get the reset. They're going to be going in, trading yet more, trying to play off these
they lose 2
fast respawns. I mean, Fishcake is coming back though. They're gonna get objectives off this. It's expensive, but they're gonna take objectives.
Yeah, it goes 2 for 2. I think even though Hydra Nation is getting objectives here, I kind of like Melee Creeps at least being able to get a little bit in return. They're still really behind. Don't get me wrong, especially like losing another 2 here. It's still tough, but for being down, they've played this about as well as I could. John though, last stand, just getting crunched at his own base.
Good old-fashioned throne race right now. Patron just being focused fired if you want it. Hydra Nation though, no, they're gonna go in. I mean, Viper is just oh no, Viper, they're doing crazy permanent slide.
Hydra Nation one step closer to retaking the throne, taking the first map away from Melee Creeps.
Melee Creeps have a much better start in map 2 as they get themselves up to a 4k lead 7 minutes in. One way of getting that lead was off the back of Ido and his patented Yamato.
Draft that, so far has been much more to their benefit. And Ido's going in. Is he gonna grab it? Sees perhaps a little bit weakness here and does.
Nice catch. That's big for Ido, and Quig a little bit more expert hands here, holding on to the Kelvin, paying dividends for the moment. Connection comes in from the lasso. Do they have the follow-up to get the burst kill? Seems not quite yet, and hydration is back, so maybe Melee Creeps low on a lot of players here. It's getting a little scary. Ido's extremely low, despite the fact that he's popped that shadow transformation. He's gonna dive in.
Yeah, and you actually saw in the body language from Hydration there, where the Shadow Transformation comes in, Hydration just immediately tries to double dodge it out, knows it's not a winnable fight. Ido still brawling off here in the corner, wants a little piece of Ivy right now. Power Slash takes down Vegas, and the last 3 minutes have been the Ido show. Gets a little bit extra life leech. He's going in for another flying strike. In on Rocaine, and finally goes down. Dear Lord.
Melee Creeps continue to grow their lead, getting to 3K, Earn, and Walker all at once at the 15-minute mark. Hydration had to force something as Hydration looks to get a catch.
Yeah, maybe it
Yeah,
was. I don't know if it makes sense. Big connection though from Hydration.
Well, he's put himself in his own freezer. It's awfully cold in here. Goes on, drops down 2, doesn't have another charge backing on up. However, is looking very, very healthy after the life strike. And the rest of Hydra Nation rolling on into the subway. But what's going on up above ground? Rocaine down, Pashi Pop, big storm cloud, takes down 2. However, Poppers comes on in 2 of his own. 2 for 2 here so far in this fight. But we got Ido. He's juiced up. He's ready to rumble. Still has a Shadow Transformation. Going to Poppers, who has no swap. About as free potentially could be. Shadow Transformation surely about to be used here. The punches from Hydration, though. Chunking Ido in turn. Counter fire, though. In from Pashi. Drops a melee of his own.
The next 10 minutes of time since that last fight and not much happening, we finally flash forward to the 32-minute mark with Hydra Nation trying to go for an earned turn-in after Saya opened up a Walker take in the left lane.
And trying to grab the lasso. Earn gets punished. The invis setup. Dice though, pretty tanky.
They're going to Frozen Shelter here, and there's no swap. That's a lot of power to take down guys who lives way longer than they would have expected, but still death inevitable. Off the step for that pick. Really nice stuff between the Holiday and Kelvin connection, Saya and Quig. Hydra Nation down 1 right now, trying to turn this back around if they can, or at least keep Earn control. Hydration looking for Kelvin, swoops around, tries to be a little bit sneaky on the melee, does not connect, and it's Stormin outside. Pashi big swap into the sky, gets swapped down, and now trying to get away, can't do it. The swap leading the way. However, Sai was able to get to the backline, took down Luffa. Hydra Nation still down 1. Both teams fighting tooth and nail here. Low main, very, very low. Trying to hold to the backside, and Hydration getting caught in close quarters, and Ido's ready to go. Shadow Transformation, full HP. This is where Yamato can clean up.
Ido absolutely cutting through them right now. Does get parried here.
With Ido cleaning house, Melee Creeps pick up Rejuve and go for the closer.
Getting CC to death here. Everything being dumped onto the Lash. And without Lash, that's your counter initiate for a base push. This is the open door now for Melee Creeps to try to end the game.
Jake, that was filthy. That was not just a lasso. That was a lasso backed up by a rescue beam. Fish Cake got the express train to hell. And now you got Saya up over the top, laying damage here in the Holiday. John up and over. Last Stand still on deck. Just guns down Poppers. Frozen Shelter gonna be dropped for a little bit more isolation. 2 down for Hydra Nation as Melee Creeps look to keep defending their throne here in Deadlock Fight Night and try and force a map 3. The shrines are melting before our very eyes, and the storm is brewing.
Okay, Pashi Pop oversteps the mark there, does die, but 30-second respawn. He's gonna be up in time. They could drop the patron here. They're gonna do just that, and these spawns are so long for Hydra Nation. I don't know that they're gonna be able to make this base defense. Yeah, this one's over, man. Melee Creep still with Rejuve. It's just Leffa, Rocaine, and Fish Cake trying to make this one happen. Maybe Fish Cake can like ult them all into the base, but it's so only they even have Kelvin ulti. No problem here.
All right, Patron going on down. Melee Creeps, they clap back. A different draft, a slightly different strategy, and way better execution coming in from their Holiday and Kelvin play.
Hydra Nation start off strong, taking the first tower of the game 5 minutes in with Poppers and Fish Cake. But as we approach 10 minutes, Melee Creeps are able to turn things around.
Threat of a catch here coming in, and they pulled swap and get one more, taking that one. But John's back, and they've used a lot of the key ultimates. He's able to really just run rampant here, unstoppable in the lane with the help of Quig, getting 2 quick kills.
I mean, John take down Sinclair saying accept no imitations. The real authentic Last Stand still in the fight, under pressure right now. Affliction coming on in from Vegas, hits pay dirt on the John, forced out a bit on the fight. Both teams throwing out hydration down, so is Quig. Vegas looking to dive a little bit deeper. The Affliction was dropped on the John, results in him dying with Rocaine getting the killing blow.
Even with the urn in hand, Hydra Nation aren't afraid to force a fight in mid.
Kinetic Carbine misses, but now Viscous in trouble. Gonna pop the roll. Could be turning into a tough kill. John as well is here with the ulti. 7 as well over the top. It's getting very awkward for Hydra Nation, but they're kiting these ultis well.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are out of range of the Storm Cloud here. They're gonna lose Quig. So Quig out of it. Still Poppers has the copy ready to go. Ido just stuck. Usually Abrams likes being in the corner like that, but not so much in this instance. Hydra Nation rotate away from the Storm Cloud, get the proper punish, and they're gonna get the 7 at the very end.
Ido channeling his inner B&B looks to turn the urn, but instead finds himself Vegas and gambling away at the slot machine.
I mean, Left, of course, assuming he will come with a global TP. Pocket in deep. Oh, God, catch. In a little bit deep, has the cloak, has the TP out, but can't get there in time. Big connection, though, from Hydration onto 3. Is it enough? Is it overwhelming? No! Melee creeps have everyone. They brought the entire gang, absolutely keeping everyone alive. Quick with the heal stabilizing, and it's a 6-for-nothing. Crazy.
Off the back of taking Riju from the last fight, Melee Creeps managed to push down the last 2 walkers and now turn their eyes towards the urn.
He's
I don't
on
think
in.
you fight this for Hydration. It's too scary. And they're losing players. Like, there's 3 players doing the urn turn in, and they're getting team wiped in the base. This game is done, man. Melee Creeps. Just at the, it's a formality here. Just have to clean up the base.
After another Riju take by Melee Creeps and sitting on a 60k lead, they once again hold on to the championship belt for another week.
Looking to make magic happen. If magic does happen from Hydration, drops Singularity, picks on 2. Their health isn't moving, Jake. But nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. They just got a supportive hug, a therapeutic hug from Hydration before everyone got ruthlessly murdered and sent back into spawn as low main. Carpet, roll, roll, roll.
This combo is so obscene. Just rolling. Low main, be careful, bro. He doesn't have cube. But I mean, it's just a formality. You are talking about almost double the souls here. Every single player on Melee Creeps is completely out of control. And Hydra Nation, they come back with a revamped roster. They look stronger, but Melee Creeps, despite having Ido on the sub, Ido had a great series overall. Even game 1 on the Lash, I think Ido played pretty well. I feel like we got to put a lot of respect on Ido for this series, coming in under pressure. The rest of Melee Creeps looking amazing. John on the Warden, looking to really solidify that as one of the best player hero combos in NA. I feel like the teams are going to have to start respect banning this and just denying him from the pool. This one's over, baby. Cut the
patron goes on down, and Melee Creeps will not be ripped off the throne. Your North American champions once more.
Well, it was great to see these 2 Titans of North America go head to head, but even with the substitution coming from Melee Creeps with Ido, they were still able to hold on strong and come out with another victory. But let's be honest, the new Hydra Nation are looking scary, and we'll see how things are going to break down in next week's DFN and week number 26. Thanks again for watching. Here, the match of the week. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.